All of us have verses in the Bible that are very special to them, that are very close to their heart. I want to share 3 of those verses with you today. There are verses in my Bible that when you look at my Bibles, one day when I go to heaven, my daughter gets all my Bibles, she'll go through and she'll see little things written, because I write all through my Bibles. But there are some special verses that I write, my prayer, my heart's desire. Please, God, let this be me. One of those verses is Ezra, chapter 7, verse 10. For Ezra set his heart to study the law of the Lord and to do it and to teach his statutes and rules in Israel. That's a cry of my heart. Lord, I want to study the word, I want to live the word, and I want to teach the word. Another one is one of the constant prayers of Nehemiah, Nehemiah 13, verse 14. Remember me, O my God, concerning this, and do not wipe out my good deeds that I have done for the house of my God and for his service. Lord, remember me. One of his constant prayers, New International Version is where I have it marked up. Remember me for what I've done for your house. I've spent a lifetime building God's house, building God's household. Lord, remember me for what I've done for the house of God. But the verse in our text today is one of my favorites. It deals with a priest by the name of Jehoiada, a priest who rescued young King Joash when he was a baby, who had him set up as king, and who was his spiritual father and advisor. His spiritual father. I don't like the word mentor because it's not a Bible word, but his spiritual father. In 2 Chronicles 24, verse 15 and 16, Jehoiada lived to a very old age, finally dying at 130. Yeah, I want to live to 130. He was buried among the kings in the city of David because he had done so much good in Israel for God and for his temple. For God and for his temple. That's the cry of my heart. Lord, I want to do so much good in the Philippines for God and for his house. Lord, that's what I want to do, Lord. I want to do so much good in all of the Philippines for God and for his house. Now, all of us have these kind of verses in the Bible. And these are verses that become a part of who we are and a part of our prayer life and a part of our devotion to God. So, when you see some of those verses that touch your heart, you go, Father, that's a goal of my life. Learn to write those down. My prayer in Jesus' name.